What's up? What's up? It's your boy AD, and that's all day. And I'm in the spot to do the SmackDown review for yesterday's episode of October 28th, 2022. The headline for the day was "Who is the mysterious Uncle Howdy that interrupted Bray Wyatt?" Now, I know y'all see this picture, and I know y'all probably like, this has got to be one of the most weirdest, creepiest pictures I ever seen. You know what? I don't even want to look at it no more, man. I don't, like, all that stuff be extra creepy, and they doing it all the time. And I know some people would be like, well, it's around Halloween, which, yeah, that makes a little sense. It's around Halloween, but I got the feeling that this ain't going to stop. Like, once Halloween is done and over with, they're still going to be doing this creepy, just twisted stuff, man. And I'm starting to see it more and more in wrestling. Like, instead of seeing, just like how the show ended, instead of seeing a good old match, main event match that maybe led into something, nah, you just get a Bray Wyatt promo, the same old promo, mixed in with some creepy mess, as usual. But let's get to the show. So first, it started off with Ridge Holland and Butch defeating Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa. So I know, right? Like, what? Solo lost? What? With Sami Zayn? Hey, I was a little surprised too. Because Solo and Sami obviously been on the run, and then you got the Usos who's clearly there to interfere. So, but the reason why they lost was only because of the same old, where they're playing off Jey as the bad guy. They're constantly doing this, overlooking any truth is what's going on in the situation, and then constantly making Jey look bad. That's why this story is so annoying. I've been saying this for so long. It's like you got the crowd cheering an obvious liar and a backstabber. But what if he never gets no repercussions from this? Like, why is everything falling on Jey when Jey is obviously telling the truth and being right about the situation? But notice how nobody want to listen to him, and they all just taking Sami's side, who just clearly just snaked his way into the situation, and who was clearly a liar and who was setting him up. So what happened was Sami was like, and why, here we go. Why does Sami get to call all the shots about what Roman do? But Jimmy and Jey, not even Paul, they don't do shit. Sami calls shots. See how stupid that is? And then, oh yeah, Roman, and they do this every week. They play this shit like every week. Roman told me this, Jey. Roman said do this, Jey. And then they be flipping it. One day he gotta help, one day he don't want to help. And in today's episode, they wanted him to help. Like, okay, all right. So during the match, that's exactly what he did. He helped. And guess what? Jimmy was popping up there helping too during the match. But mighty strange how Sami didn't pop off on Jimmy and say nothing to him. But when Jey did it, because he pulled him out, he was on the ground and he was finna get jumped on. I think it was Butch finna jump on him from the top. You know, he was on the top rope. So Jey just ran and pulled Sami out. And then as soon as he pulled Sami out, Sami got to complaining, talking about some, oh, I got this. Like, here you go. See, that's some fake stuff. How you gonna sit here and say help, but then when somebody help you, you say you got this? How do you got this when you're laying on the mat? Just saying. And again, Jimmy helped too, but you ain't tell Jimmy you got this. Come on. And the sad part is, like I said, and this whole aftermath took up like 40 minutes of the show. Honestly, this was like the only really good part of the episode. But to be honest, it still wasn't good. The only reason why it was good or decent actually or okay is because, all right, of the theatrics that was going on, you know, with the drama. But besides that, it's still the same old stuff. Cause right after the fight, they start arguing and they start getting into it, and then that's when Roman showed up, and even Jimmy act like he was finna turn on Jey. Like, that is some sad stuff. Your own brother finna turn on you over some dude like that. And Jey, let's be honest, Jey done put in more work than any of y'all when it came to building this bloodline besides Roman. So mighty strange he don't got no rank. I mean, he even went out there and got the tag team titles. Mighty strange he ain't got no rank, but Sami ain't got no belt. Solo ain't got no belt. But remember when the Usos didn't have the titles, wasn't Roman down their throats telling them to get gold? Sami ain't doing nothing. Now when Roman came out, I was like, oh shit, because it's starting to turn into a hot mess. Like, stuff starting to come to a head. So I'm like, oh shit. But I thought to myself, I'm like, I'm like, either one or two things is gonna happen. Because again, they've been making Roman act very stupid lately. He went from knowing everything to just being oblivious to the truth and not caring about what's really going on. So my prediction was, I was like, he either gonna wake up to what's happening with Sami and call Sami out, or he's gonna come in and do the same old dumb shit and just jump down Jey's throat. And guess what happened? He just came in the ring and did the same old dumb shit and jumped down Jey's throat and act like he was blind to everything that Sami was doing. The exact same dumb shit. While Jey is literally telling the truth about how he feel and how this dude is really treating them, and telling the truth about how he worked for them while Sami don't. But he getting dissed because he said he don't care about what the tribal chiefs say. So we gonna just keep overlooking the fact that Sami was the one who obviously is intentionally saying this and doing this just so he can get Jey in trouble. And it's not like he was disrespecting Roman. It's just he didn't agree with Roman. And he was mad and it came out like that. Because right now, obviously he don't agree with Roman. Why would he agree with Roman? Well, Roman ain't got his back. You see, none of y'all got his back. Obviously he right. And then Roman want to sit there and talk about fights, and then it came up dumb stupid jokes about. Then you got Sami Zayn talking all these jokes. Like I said, every time now y'all had these little meetings, Sami always got to run his mouth and say something. Like, it's just getting goofy. Now he's in here saying dumb jokes like Uzi. And now Roman is sitting in there like agreeing with it and saying it too, like he's cool and he got all the jokes. Why, Jey, you just a dumbass idiot hothead, right? Come on, man. This is terrible, man. And it's just week after week, week after week, week after week. Now, the only thing about this that was kind of a little trippy, though, because I didn't really think they might have not did this, but it seemed like they are going to sooner or later do Jimmy versus Roman, man. Or Jimmy, and I think it's going to come down to the point where he finally attacks Sami, because that's going to really piss me off, too, because once Jey finally attacks Sami, I'm going to be like, so what y'all going to do? Y'all going to attack Jey? Come on, man. Y'all, boy, I tell you, man. That's messed up. That's messed up what Jey is going through. Paul Heyman didn't even ride. Like, Paul Heyman, what about you? Man, so, yeah, it was the same. That took up like 40 minutes. That fight and that happening took like 40 minutes, so. And that was pretty much the end. And they ended it, and Roman basically told him, like, yeah, y'all better figure this out. Like, obviously they don't like each other. So why are you sitting there telling them they need to figure it out when obviously one person did the other person very wrong, and you got one person standing up for himself, which he should do, and now you telling him to work it out with someone who clearly on dirt with him. Come on, man. That's what it really is. But let's move on. And why they get all mad too at Jey when he popped it off, but Sami popped it off and nobody said nothing to him. He just invincible. Then you had the New Day defeat the male models. Now this is pretty obvious, right? Like, the models have never won a match. This is not good. This is not good when you see matches like this. And wow, New Day over the models. Wow, so great. This is obviously not good. I mean, I like New Day, and believe it or not, I actually like the models, but not when it's an obvious pointless match like this, though. Emma made her jaw dropping return. Ronda Rousey defeats Emma via submission in an open challenge SmackDown Women's Title match. So this is why I always like to compare Ronda to Bianca. Because like I said, they be treating Ronda way better than they treat Bianca. Y'all been following me for months now and for weeks. And I've been showing how they've been dogging her out. Why people like Ronda get to run around and do whatever she want to do and look good. And I was thinking that too today. I was like, watch how Ronda ends up looking good tonight. But Bianca gets embarrassed every week, just like she got embarrassed. And y'all see, I was right when I said Bianca was going to lose, and Bayley went over her to set up the rematch again. So again, Bianca, she's just out here fighting Bayley all day and running around fighting them all day while Ronda's doing what she want to do and having open challenges. And now, here comes this Emma Frost girl who's from NXT, another new person from NXT. and who gets a damn title shot from the quickness. So this is why I be saying when them NXT people get boosted quickly, don't they? You come right in the scene and get a title shot. Right in the scene. Now we know, yeah, it was open, but it doesn't matter. You still got it. And yeah, we know she wasn't gonna win. Like, we know Ronda was gonna win this match though. We definitely knew that was gonna happen. But like I said, notice that a lot of these people that's been showing up from NXT, because it has been a lot. Notice they all kind of been the same. They all kind of similar. I definitely seen the similarities in the people that's been coming out. Know that. And like Emma, what makes Emma so different from like a Candice LeRae and some of these other people? Like, it's not good, especially when you know this is gonna happen anyways. But it was a little long match. I felt like Emma was doing some basic moves too. But Ronda got the win with the submission. And then afterwards though, she ended up attacking. Well, no, she didn't attack. Right, backstage, Ronda, I think Natalya gave Shayna a hug. This was such a random scene. And then out of nowhere, Shayna just started attacking Natalya and choking her out. I'm like, what in the world? And then Ronda was there the whole time and she ain't do nothing. And then Shayna act like she was clicked up with Ronda. So again, yes, Ronda ended up looking great. So Ronda gets the victory, looks good on the open challenge. And she gets to get teamed up with someone randomly out of nowhere and attack someone behind stage, and they join up with her. So again, did they embarrass Ronda? Did they make Ronda look bad? No, they didn't. But Bianca is the champion too. But again, she's embarrassed every damn week. And to be honest, coming up to this next pay-per-view, I think it's going to be the reverse, man. 'Cause just like the rematch, Drew and Karrion got a rematch, and Bayley and Ronda got a rematch. Bayley and Bianca got a rematch. It's not looking good, man. It's going to probably be the reverse on them, but I'm going to talk about that later, because Bianca ain't going to have this title for long, man. I think they are going to end up giving it to Bayley or somebody soon, because you see how they booking her and how they doing her. They just don't care about her no more. And they've been doing this to her and a lot of other people, too, as of lately. Let me see. I'm looking at the promos too, making sure I ain't miss nothing. Yeah, I seen that promo with Paul Heyman when he was like, ooh, and I was like, man, I wish he would show him some of the stuff that Sami been doing so he'll know the truth about Sami. No, Paul just shows him Logan Paul fighting people and stuff and acting like, oh, he might hit you with a lucky punch and all of this stuff to boost Logan Paul. And trying to make it look like Roman is shook and scared. Like, come on. Like Roman said, this dude only wrestled 2 matches, man. Like, we supposed to be hype. And that's sad, too. You wrestled 2 matches in, like, a year's time, and you're getting title shots. Wow. That shouldn't even be. And then he just was like, oh, I don't want to see it. But it reminded me of the old days with Roman. Well, like I said, he would sit in the room and watch everything everybody do. Now he's just oblivious, watching Logan Paul cuts. Okay. Alright. Then we had Shinsuke Nakamura and Hit Row defeat Legado del Fantasma in the 6-man tag team match. Now, this was not that great either because it was predictable. And again, this Phantasma team been only here just to put Hit Row down. And here they go again. But this was very predictable because once they was like, oh, mystery partner, this reminded me just like that New Day match. Remember when New Day was like, oh, they need a mystery partner because it's only 2 of them. And then they went and got Braun Strowman and won. Oh, but they can't win any other time like that. Oh, but they can beat the models, right? But Hit Row, same thing. Oh, they need an extra person. It's only 2 of them. Who comes out? Shinsuke Nakamura. And I instantly knew they was going to win. Even though Shinsuke is obviously low grade. I like Shinsuke, but he not up there like that on the card. So it's like they really didn't give you much. But since you got Shinsuke with you, now Hit Row can win. There was no sneak attacks this time, though. So, and B-Fab did throw a crazy kick at Zelina, but not really good because it was predictable. Very predictable. Especially when you know what, like I said, at the end of the day, Phantasma is going to put Hit Row down. Okay? Shinsuke was just there just to give him a little momentum, but not necessarily for them. Now, after you notice that they had to get Shinsuke. So then you had Karrion Kross defeat Madcap Moss. This wasn't good either because again it was very predictable. I mean, this is just like with Sami. When Sami started coming up, what they start doing, throwing Ricochet and throwing Madcap at him because they don't care about him. They care about these NXT people. Just bury the other people. You know what I'm saying? So it's obvious that Karrion is gonna beat Madcap. At least Karrion had a match though, cause he been like Roman in them too. Like no matches. Just like Drew, you ain't even see Drew. Drew ain't even been having no matches lately. But it was a match, though, for Karrion. Something he ain't been doing lately. But it doesn't matter. You know he won. You know Madcap was not going to win this. Damn, I feel sorry for Madcap. I really used to like him, man. Well, I still like him, but it's sad. I felt like his last gimmick was better. And last but not least, we had the WWE Universe was left wondering who was the mysterious Uncle Howdy after the terrifying figure interrupted Bray Wyatt. And I'm gonna say this was bad, and I kind of explained it a little bit in the beginning, but why is this bad to me? Because it's not interesting me. It's not making me wonder. It's not much to do with wrestling. It's just him coming out doing the same old, hey guys, I'm real, pandering to the audience while this demon comes out. He already showed himself with the demon mask. And so, whoa, now you got other demons coming out too? Come on, this is getting annoying. And again, yes, I fully understand it's around Halloween, but come on now, you know darn well this finna be going all year. They ain't gonna stop this. And it's the same stuff. And I noticed that this one didn't have as much of an effect, like, cause he keep doing this, right? I noticed that with the crowd. I noticed the crowd wasn't so into it this time. Like they're starting to get a little dull with him. Because he keeps doing the same thing, and then you see the exact same thing happen. So what if he came out the door? So what? And then the same exact thing happened. He was in the middle of a conversation. It got cut, and it went to the creepy stuff with a QR code. Nothing new. Now, I didn't see what this one was about. I could have checked like I done seen all the other ones, but after seeing all the other ones, I know this one probably ain't too far off. Because it happened like right at the end of the show. So people were like really like looking at what the F was finna happen. But I don't even want to show that creepy picture no more of that dude. Of that Howdy dude. I don't even want to show it, man. But there y'all go. There go the SmackDown review for October 28th, 2022. Overall, I'll give this episode a 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5. The only really good part to me, they did something with Liv Morgan. See, sometimes I be forgetting stuff. But yeah, Liv Morgan, they did a little same old skit with her. Had her run up and attack Sonya again. Like the same stuff. I noticed they were holding Liv back. And remember what I told y'all about when people get held back, those tend to be the people they don't like. So watch out. Sonya might have a comeback on Liv. And yeah, but the only real interesting part of the show really was the bloodline stuff. But yeah, it was interesting because things were starting to come to a head, but it's still not good. And something that I would be like, oh, that's great, because it's obviously not making any sense at all. And from where it's looking, it just looks like the bloodline's going to fall apart on Dummy. And it looked like Sami is not going to take no heat. Like, Sami has been doing this for a while, and they're not giving no clues of anything of, like, Sami getting caught up. And then everybody in the audience keeps cheering for him when he's obviously up to no good. Makes you wonder about folks. But, alright. I hope y'all enjoy this. And, yeah, I will see you guys on the later tip. I will be back for the Raw. So, check out the Raw review coming up on Halloween Day. So yeah, definitely expect some crazy stuff for Raw. And I'll see you guys later. You never know. Peace out.